Hi fam, welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're stopping by, my name is Alicia. It's really nice to meet you. For my returning fam, I missed you all so much. I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I am channeling this reading on Christmas. Hope everybody's having a magical day, spending it with family, with friends, with people they love. It's been a very busy time for me. So I'm sorry I haven't gotten on. Lots of running around, lots of things going on, which I'm sure all you guys know. I've definitely done a blessing over this space. I've been pulling in a lot as I've been meditating on your energy. There's wish fulfillment on the horizon here. Collective wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups. Okay. This is you, collective, or somebody that you're thinking of. They are single, and that is the 9 of Pentacles. I also saw the Ace of Pentacles, which is an offer. Could this be an offer from a person? 100%. Can this be an offer from the universe? 100%. I've been also channeling the song, There's a Possibility. Now, if you watch my channel and you're subscribed to me, which I do have a few subscribers, so I would hope so. By the way, if this is your first time stopping by, please just go ahead and just hit that like button. If you just go ahead and get it out of the way right now, it will be done and out of the way. And then it would truly help my algorithm. So I'm grateful for that. Also, if you like my vibe, just hit that subscribe bell, and that way you're notified anytime I post a video. Also, I have a donation link in the description box, so if that's something that you feel called to do, it's there. It's my Cash App, and yeah. So I kept hearing that song. Also, I had a colleague the other day talk about the golden ticket, which, as you guys know, that's Willy Wonka. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I think, is the name of the movie. There's been plenty of versions. That was so big in my childhood, and I loved that movie. So, and just so many reasons, which we don't need to get into now, but I have this tarot deck, which really resembles like what the golden ticket would look like. And it was crazy, but I was talking and my colleague literally turned to me and said, "You have the golden ticket." Like, she said it towards me, and I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do have the golden ticket. Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are having a magical day. I woke up, I cooked a huge breakfast for my family. Had my mom, my daughter, and my son. And then we kind of did our Christmas gifts and then got ready, and we went out to a really nice restaurant for dinner. Got the kids together with their dad, and we had dinner. It was nice, and now I'm back. So I'm just going to go ahead and post this reading before I kind of get in a state of like just totally resting. But it's been a great day, and I hope it is for you guys. I see I have a lot of amazing cards coming through already just with shuffling your energy. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to pull off the top of the deck of this new Egypt tarot deck that I got. High Priestess. This is Pisces energy. And the World of Tarot, this is a major arcana. You are highly intuitive, collective. You can see things, they're telling me a mile away. I mean, like, you know, we don't try to be that way. It's just innately a part of who we are. And this is an energy that you definitely carry, collective. High Priestess. I mean, look at that. You're not just the High Priestess, the Magician. So to me, the High Priestess and the Magician is a counterpart. This is, to me, and I said that initially before I even spoke that, because to me, when I see the High Priestess and I see a Magician, I see a counterpart. To see these two come out initially for your reading is so powerful, collective, in my mind. And I hope, as somebody who likes to watch tarot, I hope you feel the same way, because that's the energy I'm feeling off of these cards. You have a counterpart. Holy shit. I just feel complete union energy. I don't know about all of you and where you're at in your journey, but I've felt a complete shift in energy. I don't want to sit here and put a time frame on it. I think I've spoke about it in past readings, but this is a shift between your light and your dark balancing out. And I mean, that's here representing in a card that I just pulled, shadow and light. You've balanced this out, collective. How did we do this, collective? How did we balance out our shadow with our light? Surrendering, judgment, the fall, like this card is representing. This is Scorpio energy. It's like examining the parts within ourselves that aren't perfect. Something happened tonight during our family dinner, and I'm not going to go into talking about that, but, you know, of course, here I am as Mama Bear, just like wanting everything to be perfect, you know, and I had this whole expectation that it was going to be something, and it was still a great dinner. But at the same time, there were certain things brought to light, and it was just imperfect. You know, even the not so great parts that were illuminated were perfect. We're all imperfect. You know, we're not walking around on this earthly plane just knowing it all, but we're seeking, you know, we're seeking to know it all. Yeah. We're here to evolve. We're here to grow. Wow. There's movement forward, collective, with the Chariot card. This is Cancer energy. I'm just trying to play with this deck a little bit. Chariot to the Lovers. Lovers represents a union between two souls. This is a connection that has found each other in every lifetime. This is Gemini energy. This is a major arcana. There's movement forward here, collective. A renewal. High Priestess when I cut the deck. I'm not kidding. And I don't even know why I'm sitting here trying to shuffle, because I've already shuffled it. So the fact that I cut it at the deck as High Priestess is just more confirmation of what I'm reading right now. Can you give me some clarification on this High Priestess? Can you clarify this? You know, this High Priestess has felt the energy of holding back from another energy. Somebody who has had sleepless nights, not sleeping well, having nightmares. She can see this, okay? She can feel it. These are extremely slippery, the deck. She can also see with the Ten of Pentacles, completion. Having it all. And there's this like sense of like, well, it hasn't come yet, like it's being withheld. There's a lot of overthinking with the Nine of Swords, but it's like, no, it's there. Magician? Oh yeah. I'll be right back, guys. Hi guys. Okay, so I apologize for having to something came up. I had to stop in the middle of your reading, so I apologize. There is a lot of energy moving through right now. But yeah, we had the Page of Wands, which is a message of inspiration, collective. This is what you're manifesting in the collective. Like, I truly feel. I am not really good at editing my videos, so I might have to end up doing where I upload this reading in 2 parts. Or if I can figure out how to edit it, I will. But we're just being pushed to learn today, so. Spirit, can you clarify the shadow and the light? Yeah, this is like really slippery today. I've never noticed this before. You know, it was a burden, collective, you know, with the Ten of Wands to, you know, balance out your shadow side with your light side. I get it. 7-7 might mean something a part of your journey. I do see 3 sevens, which is complete alignment. What about the fall? Do you want to give anything? Do you want to give anything for the fall? You know, the fall took a lot of like standing still with the Hangman energy. That's another Pisces energy coming through here on the table. This is somebody who is an Aquarius. With the King of Swords, this is somebody very, you know, very logic-based, you know, somebody who really separates emotions from decision-making, from their logic mind. This is somebody who, you know, in this fall has really gone within. has really felt stuck energy. Hangman. King of Swords is Aquarius energy. I have been seeing tons of Aquarius energy. I'm just going to say it, like, just everywhere. Just Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. And now my daughter is friends with somebody who is an Aquarius. And she knows I know a lot about astrology signs. So she's like, Mom, what can you tell me about Aquarius? I'm like, I can tell you a lot. I can tell you a lot about Aquarius. I've learned a lot about Aquarius, so I can tell you a lot. But yeah, they just operate more out of like a logic, mindset versus operating from emotional side. They can tend to be very like, disciplined and methodical and stoic and perfectionist and yeah, and this person is falling from that state of mind. Can you explain to me about the imperfection? Some of the maybe not so good qualities of this person collective, or maybe what you're watching this reading for collective, is somebody who was very in and out. Present it more from a passionate state of mind, more from a physical standpoint, collective, and that's what this imperfections were of this person. I'm feeling. Growth. These cards are so slippery. I don't even know. Growth, yeah. 5 of Cups. This person has had to come back from great resentment and regret, which is, Scorpio energy. Really looking at the cups that have spilled over, what they've lost versus, what they really have gained from this situation. It's hard. It really takes, like, an evolved person to really take, like, an eagle's view, like a higher perspective view. Even for me tonight, like I wanted things to be so perfect, and there's imperfections and everything, and we can't predict when things are going to kind of come to a head. Do you know what I mean, collective? And it's just like, and then they come and, so what I'm going to focus on right now, and what I'm going to try to get out of, and really doing this reading, I'm just so thankful doing what I do, because this reading is going to help me to do that. It's going to help me to transmute that. That's why nobody can hold me down. That's why nobody can, like, do anything to cloud my judgment, to make me think any other way, or to manipulate me, or to confuse me, because I see from a different perspective. That means I operate out of a totally different timeline than most people. So I'm sitting here, with what took place tonight, and I'm like, okay, I can sit here and I can get hung up in this energy, like, well, shit. Like, it didn't really work out the way that I wanted it to. Like, it didn't really flow. It didn't really present itself the way I wanted it to. But you know what? You know what I'm going to focus on? Things were brought to light. feelings came out. Awareness is there that maybe was being avoided at before. And so we're going to be hopeful on what this can mean going forward. I'm going to take a higher perspective. And in this growth card here, you know, this person growing, they're choosing not to stay in resentment and regret. They're choosing to look at the cups behind them that are full. There's 2 cups that are full behind them. They're not staying in a victim mentality. I know that because we had the Chariot card that came out after it. Excuse me. It's been a busy day. You know, there's movement forward into this completion, to this union between 2 souls. Spirit, you want to clarify Chariot? You know, I feel like this energy of the Chariot moving forward, we have movement forward, you know, like we know which way we're going here, has come because there's been a lot of 8 of Swords, like a lot of mental entrapment, a lot of up in our mind space, which is so Aquarius. I mean, that's like, they really have a tendency to get caught in that space. And that's something that they have to work hard and not, you know, staying in. But I would say with the Chariot card here and the 8 of Swords, like, you know, this is movement forward from mental entrapment. And that's amazing. That's a positive sign to see. Lovers. Yeah. Why is the Lovers here? The Lovers here is because we've got a Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So this is Capricorn energy. This is a queen. You know, we all, you know, contain feminine and masculine energy. So it's not meant to describe a gender. It's meant to describe an energy. And this is somebody who is very abundant, who has manifested all her creations, and she lives very comfortably. You know, this is somebody very balanced, very grounded. That's how I see the Queen of Pentacles. So to have that clarify the Lovers is pretty amazing. We've had the title card come out. It does have the Wheel of Fortune on it, which is still amazing. It's just like a beginning card. Yeah, you know, coming into this balance between your feminine and masculine energy collective, as, you know, slow and steady wins the race. The Knight of Pentacles. But knights take action, and it's a good night to have Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. 10 of Swords. Done. You know, surrender. I'm like, I've done. I've had a million different things happen to me, and I'm done. And when you do that, look what happens. You have union. You have the 4 of Wands. This is the 11-11. This is a celebration. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. An offer coming forward. Okay, collective, I don't know how we're going to get this video up with it being in 2 parts, but Mama going to try her best. It might not be up tonight on Christmas. It might be the day after, even though I have a busy day tomorrow. Just closing up some stuff before we gotta tail out of here. We're so excited, by the way. We're so excited. Can you give me some more oracles? Bad timing. The universe isn't punishing you, it's protecting you. What isn't fully aligned yet, what's truly meant for you won't miss you. Yeah, this message has been coming through a lot as a download collective. Like, look, whatever you feel isn't flowing for you, it's to protect you. And we say to ourselves, well, gosh, like, why do we have to be shown through this experience? I don't know. Maybe because you weren't fully listening to your intuition and you kind of didn't surrender to the flow and you kind of resisted it and you thought, well, maybe if I just kind of move things around here, it'll work out this way. We're all guilty of that, right? But what is meant for you, collective, does not pass you by. So if it's passing you by, or if it's not flowing, or you feel like it's a rejection of some sort, it's a form of protection. And if you just shift your sorry, it's been a long day. If you just shift your perspective on the way that you think about things, don't see it as a negative. See it as a positive, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We have same mistake came out, different face, same emotional fallout. Until you choose differently, you'll keep attracting the same script. So yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to stay in a karmic loop where you keep attracting the same type of energies. And if you're doing that, that means you have some more inner healing to do and inner work to do, and that's okay. There's something like unforeseen, and it's two things. Divine timing. Okay, so we have bad timing. Doing the same thing over again, same mistake, different face. Things may feel slow or uncertain, but the universe is right on time. Love is unfolding exactly when it's meant to, collective, and you have divine timing. Feeling trapped. Feeling trapped isn't a part of the love deal. If there's no key in sight, it might be time to break free. I don't know, collective. Somebody's feeling trapped for sure. That's a shame. I love feeling free. Free is the best thing ever. I would never feel trapped with somebody. No, that's not good. Sharing space, whether it's moving in or feeling like home in each other's presence, you're aligning on a domestic level. You're going to be sharing space with somebody, collective. That's quite apparent. Alignment. I've felt that throughout this whole reading. We've seen it multiple times with the tarot. With oracles, like there's alignment here. There is union. You have come into union with yourself. Yeah, living the dream. Living the dream isn't a solo gig. Every day feels like the best plot twist when you're the one you love. Ain't that the truth? I was just talking about this with somebody. When you're whole within yourself, you also will attract the same type of energy into you. of somebody who also feels whole within themselves, because you always attract the energy within that you have within yourself. So if there's parts of you that have abandonment issues, non-trustworthy, have fear, you're going to attract that same energy into yourself and a partner. So do you have to be perfectly healed to be with somebody? No. You can heal up to a certain extent, and then the rest is healed with somebody. It does work like that. There are a lot of perfectionists out there who believe that they have to be perfectly healed before they come into a union state. That's not true. You can definitely do healing with somebody. There's miles apart. Even though you're physically apart, you're deeply emotionally entangled. Long distance love is never easy, but it's not impossible. So this is definitely somebody that you have distance with, collective. I mean, that is here. Happy family. You're creating or aligning. There's that word again. We're seeing a pattern here. We're seeing a pattern of alignment. You're creating or aligning with a family dynamic that's grounded in peace and mutual care. This is the kind of home that can heal generational wounds. Wow. Let's get some, what's the vibe? Rejected, left alone, self-inflicted, isolation. Somebody's feeling very isolated right now. Could be you, collective. It could be somebody that you're connected to. Waves, emotions, worry, fear. This is somebody who can be having this going on. Tension, stressed out, migraines, worried. Lust, greed, by any means necessary, inconsiderate. Archangel Michael, okay. So I was feeling some karmic energy. I was with these cards that came out. Isolation, waves, tension, lust. And then here comes Archangel Michael. He works with me a lot. He's one of my protectors. Watch the fuck out. You don't want to mess with his sword. And you do not want to mess with him. He's an ultimate protector out of any angel, okay? Protection, prevent it from harm, divine intervention. So I just want you to look at this and read that energy real good, because that's what you're coming up against. So all this negative energy can go somewhere else. Archangel Michael. You don't want to mess with him. Yeah. He is cutting ties. He is helping you to get free and standing up and to awaken. There's a possibility. Nurturing, mentorship, wisdom, giving back. That's what you're doing, collective. This is the energy. This is why you're so heavily protected, because this is your mission. And people can copycat and watch you and try to copy the energy that you exude, but they're not able to do it. They're not able to do it. Because truly, honestly, they're coming from a closed heart space. Not you, collective. Not you. Burned bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. Vacay, get away, relax, have fun. Okay. Got it. Check. Chaos, upheaval, disaster, downfall. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on in the atmosphere with this karmic energy, but it's okay. I literally feel at peace. I feel so calm. It's like the calm in the storm. Yeah, I'm telling you, I do not need the cards. I can feel the energy. Karmics, third parties, haters, lesson learned. If they haven't learned it, they're going to. You're messing with the wrong people. Wrong people. Because you don't have this kind of back. Okay? You don't. Escape, denial, excuses. Yeah, this is all karmic energy. That's what's going on, collective. There's a lot of that going on, so might feel heavy. Masculine energy has showed up. Authority, discipline, father figure. Ooh. Glow up, new opportunities, new career, successful business. That's what I'm saying, collective. Don't worry about all that energy that I just pulled. It's just karmic energy trying to come in and show face. Let it. Let them show their fucking ass. I'm telling you, it's humiliating what these people are doing. It's just embarrassing, honestly. You're glowing up. You have new opportunities coming in, especially in a career, and you're going to be a successful business person. So just smile. Honestly. You're making them like puzzled and confused. Like, how? We are saying the same about you. Like, how do you not understand that you need to move on because you're blocked? You don't have any effect over here. You never have. Nothing to say here, so stop calling. Yeah, we're gonna stop because there's just a lot of negative energy coming in. I love you guys all so much. I will see what I can do with this video. We're gonna put our Archangel on top. I love you guys all so much. I will definitely try to get on again before I have more movement going on. There's just a lot. There's just a lot going on right now. But I feel really good, and I hope you guys are feeling the same energy. Please drop a comment and let me know. There's a lot of distractions out there in the universe, but just allow whatever you're seeing to not bother you. It's just because they're desperate. I just heard a term that I have definitely spoke on my channel before. They're grasping at straws. I just heard because they're desperate. So, yeah, they're going to do that. They are going to do that. And let's pull a bitch affirmation. When the world says I can't, I say fucking watch me, bitch. I love how I always pull a card who is like, this is like so spot on to what I'm trying to say. Like, there's all this energy in the background saying, oh, just fuck up. Just like get distracted. Just don't believe in yourself. Just fucking feel the energy that we're trying to make you feel about yourself. Because it's all just a whole bunch of projected energy out there. And it's like, when the world says I can't, I say fucking watch me, bitch, because I'm going to fucking do it. Like, you ain't holding me back. You ain't holding me down. You ain't holding me down. You will never make me stop. I'm going to keep coming. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep blowing the fucking gosh darn shit out for everybody to know. And mama's just getting started. I'm just getting started. Stay tuned, because it's about to get real. Anyways, let me see if I can turn this off without having to. I love you guys so much. Until we meet again. Merry Christmas.